Hey, what's going on YouTube? This Lawless, and I'm gonna talk about um, pretty much the shutting down of Metal Gear Online 2. Why it lasted so long for a console game, and why it's gonna be shut down. Now, most people treat Metal Gear Online 2 as with pretty much just disregard. Some people tried it, didn't like the game, and I understand because, and I have a love-hate relationship with this game too. I've been playing it for the past, pretty much since it's been out, 4 years, and not so heavily because I played other games too. Every once in a while, I take like month breakaway of time from the game, and then I'll jump back in. You know, I did like I recently did, especially since I heard the announcement that they're gonna be shutting down the servers on June 12th, and I'm kind of saddened by it, but at the same time, it's easy for me to let it go. I kind of enjoy the Peace Walker multiplayer a lot better because there are some major issues with Metal Gear Online 2. The biggest issue I have, honestly, is the whole aiming thing. It just focused way too much on the headshotting and the way that you can control the camera angle and aim. And very few people could do it. I never actually mastered it. I managed to be okay with doing that. It's kind of like you aim the camera at the head of your opponent, and then once you got it lined up right, most people put markers on their TVs and stuff to gain that advantage, and they'll aim that marker towards that person's head, and what they'll do is hit the aim button and shooting button at the same time, while simultaneously moving in unorthodox ways in order to avoid getting shot in the head themselves. Now, it works. It's very effective. But it's annoying. And that's whether you could do it or not. It's very annoying. That would turn a lot of people off from the game. Because I'm not against a headshot, but the way you gotta do it, and the fact is the health system doesn't really help you a lot, because you should be able to shoot somebody in the body and it should take them down. It shouldn't take so many bullets. And then what makes it even more crazy is that Konami's attempt to make the shooting logistics realistic, they kind of end up being unrealistic. And I could pretty much say it could be because of the way the bullets spread out, because they tend to spread out in a spiral when they shoot. And the further away your target is, the wider the spread is when it comes to the bullets hitting the target. They don't shoot in a straight linear path, which I get because it's realistic. But there have been a lot of times where I've been shooting my gun in somebody's face at point blank, and I know my aiming thing is aimed over, right at their head, and I'm spraying, and nothing happens. And yet they'll have enough time to end up shooting me, even though I was shooting for the past split second before they even realized they was getting shot at. And that's just crazy. That could be an issue with the servers, because that's another issue I have with the game. They use their servers, which are shit. Sorry, Japan, but y'all servers are just crap. I don't know why you didn't just use the PSN. Y'all servers allowed so many glitches, so much lag, just all kinds of crazy shit. The game was essentially broken and unbalanced as hell. I'm just being honest here. It's just crazy. You'll see shit like, if you throw a grenade at somebody, the grenade blows up and knocks them at a certain position, right? Say they end up flying from left to right. Well, the server has to, you know how online works. It has to pretty much synchronize everybody's connection. to where what's going on one person's side registers to the other. So from your point of view, they may have went from left to right, but in reality, they may have actually flown like further left. So you'll see their body land to the right, and you'll aim at their body to try to finish them off. And then the online would pick up and be like, oh, well, he actually landed to the left. And then they end up shooting you instead. And you're already aiming to the right. Shit like that. You're just like, what the fuck? Now, to counter that, you would have to hurry up and shoot them in the head as they land before their body teleports to its correct position. But it's shit like that. Even at the best green bars, it does stupid shit like that. Or say somebody rolls from one edge to another, kind of like hopping from one platform to another. A lot of times it'll look like they missed the edge and fell, but then it'll correct itself and show them back on top. Now you're aiming at the body that fell because you're just seeing them fall, but then all of a sudden their position gets corrected to where they actually landed, and they're already shooting at you. Shit like that. But it can also work against you, because you could be the one jumping from one platform to the next. But from their point of view, they can see you falling down. Now, if they're quick enough, they can shoot at your body that shows you falling down. And if they hit you in the head, it will register. So even though you're technically already on top from your point of view, you'll get headshotted. Because at their point of view, you were actually like on the ground and you missed the platform. Shit like that. Shit like that will just drive you insane. You know. So I understand why a lot of people disregarded the game. Because, you know, it's just so full of cheaters, and the community is just rude as fuck. You got team killers, you got glitchers, you got all kinds of shit. You'll find that in any game. But because of the triflingness and the poor design of that multiplayer, it's crazy. But why did I play it? Because it offered a lot of shit that other shooters just don't. And it's a shame that they slept on this game at the same time. Because in spite of the shooting aspect, which I thought was just trash compared to other shooters, I'd rather play more accurate shooters, more realistic. And their attempts to be realistic made it unrealistic. Because no one shoots like that, seriously. But it offered CQC, that's close quarters combat. It offered traps. Traps are fun. I'm a trapper. You know, I wasn't the best shooter in the game. So I had to compensate. I figured if I can't beat them one way, then the best thing to do is take away their ability to shoot. He had shit like porno mags, which is annoying, but it's funny as hell to just catch somebody in it. And you got sleeping gas, or you got tranquilizer guns. You know, you got, of course, your landmines. You know, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of gadgets. It just gave you so many more options to take out your enemy that other shooters, whether third or first person, just don't offer that. And I wish they did. This is why I believe the game lasted for so long, because it just offered so much other shit that you just can't do with other shooters. And hopefully this video will catch on and people share their thoughts on the matter. Like, I don't know if you, and I have a Metal Gear channel as well, so you can watch a lot of the gameplay, see what I'm talking about. But it had its fun moments. When you got a good game, it's very fun. It's very worth playing. But you'll have a lot of shitty games. You know, you'll have a lot of shitty ones. But I have a lot of fun memories of Metal Gear Online 2. But my biggest other big issue with it is the way Konami treated it. When they first talked about this game, I mean, oh, this game will last 10 years. Shit. I'm surprised it lasted to 4. Because they basically stopped supporting the damn game. And I honestly don't like Konami's practices when it comes to their games, especially Metal Gear. They have poor business decisions. Seriously, they make some dumbass decisions. They know a lot of people play this game. Still, for 4 years, that's asking a lot. For a console game, you can still manage to find over 600 people, even more. you know, playing this game with all the new shit that's been coming out, you should be grateful. And yet their biggest idea is, well, was shut it down. I'm like, okay. Instead of supporting it, adding new maps, which they haven't done since 2009, new characters, which they also haven't done since 2009, they just say fucking shut it down, and that's stupid. You know, at least without any indication that there's going to be an MGO3, that's going to be a very major improvement. You know, this game, yeah, like I said, I'm still shocked because I got tired of the same maps and stuff, but I still kept playing it because it, like I said, it just offered things that are not possible in your Call of Duties or your Battlefields. You know, stuff like that. And it had a lot of potential, but it just had poor execution, and they pretty much turned their back on it for no major reason, actually. And that made no sense. But I think there's a lot of things, good things, that can be taken from this game alone and implemented in other shooters. You know, there's a lot to learn from here. You know, so like, I'm gonna be playing Raccoon City, the new Resident Evil that's coming out. What? Yep, next week, as a matter of fact. Can't wait. 9 more days. You know, it's I think it's gonna be a fun game, but like I said, Metal Gear Online offered a lot of stuff that other shooters just did not. But unfortunately, they're just gonna shut it down instead of fixing the issue or giving us any indication if there's gonna be further release. You know, I don't know where their mind is. But that's just my thoughts on the matter. Tell me what you think in the comments, and I'll hit you back up later. Peace out.